Hey guys, this is estimating the linear correlation coefficient 2, number 2, or calculating or estimating the R-score number 2 from a scatter plot. And so here you can see our series of points in that scatter plot. And here I have my trusty ruler. And I'll just move the calculator for a second. And what I'll do first is, again, try to draw a line that best approximates the direction of the dots and roughly divides them in two. And try and shoot for the middle of that set of dots. So there's my line. And you can, it's not perfect, but it does pretty much cut it in half. And again, we're going to use that to build our rectangle. So then I just come back here, and as best I can, trying to make a nice 90-degree angle. I'm going to draw one side there, come up, trying to touch the outside edge of the furthest dot. And you can see I caught it right there, right on the edge. If it's possible, is great. Come back to your center line, bring that out. There, and coming down a little bit. And right there. And so now you can see the rectangle nicely drawn, nice clean corners. And we're going to take our measurement, and because my rectangle is pretty neat, I can measure it right on the outside edge. If your rectangle's a little off, it's going to mess up your calculations. So you got to be sure to try to draw that as accurately as you can. I'm looking at this one here at being 9.9. So 9.9. I know you're going to want to, some of you say, well, it's 10. Well, look carefully, because it will affect your measurements will affect your calculations afterwards, and we're only allowed a very modest range of error here. So when I measure the width, I'm looking here at 1.4. So 9.9 for the long side and 1.4 for the short side. The formula says R is equal to plus or minus 1 minus small over big. So we're going to crunch this division in here first, take that away from the number 1, and then last we'll make the decision about whether or not we're going to use a positive or a negative value to describe this correlation. So first we'll put our numbers in. So R is equal to plus or minus 1 minus now 1.4 divided by 9.9. 1.4 divided by 9.9 is equal to 0.141. So we'll round to 2 decimal places, 0.14. R is equal to plus or minus 1 minus 0. Let's clean that up. 1 minus 0.14. We'll do that subtraction. One minus 0.14 is going to be equal to 0.86. And we're done with the number component. Now we have to make a decision about the sign. And the sign in this case, as you can see clearly, is a negative correlation. This is a negative direction, right? Small x's are with big tall y's, and big x's are with small y's. And so that's meaning the variables are moving opposite each other. That's a negative correlation. This is a negatively sloped line. So the answer is R equals negative, there's the decision now, 0.86. Now if your measurements are a little bit off, let's say you got a 1.5 up here and a 10 there is a margin of error that you're allowed, and it's plus or minus 0.05. So if you came in anywhere between negative 0.81 all the way to negative 0.91, somewhere in that range, this of course is right in the middle there, but anywhere in this range, and you're going to be fine on a Part B for a test.